Hello everybody and welcome to game numero 4 between MillStephano and SKMC. The map being Cloud Kingdom. I actually got it right this time. You guys are so jealous. I'm the best caster in the world. We've got MillStephano in the top position as the Lag Zerg, and we've got SKMC in the bottom as the Blue Protest. I'm just kidding. I know I said Lag Zerg. He's red. Lag's not a color. Lag's not a color. GL have fun MC from Stephano, and a GL have fun from MC. That was confusing for some reason. So the series is 2-1, I think? 2-1. Stephano's up, I believe. We're gonna have to see what happens in this game. Looks like MC is throwing down a pylon. We're gonna work on that novel brand. Stephano throwing down his Overlord. This cast is already starting out swimmingly. This Overlord's gonna position himself right around here and possibly back here so he can spot the two geysers, but this is more dangerous. Like, if you fly in your Overlord around here to be able to see both geysers, the Stalker can just end up killing it. So that would be kind of unfortunate. Bisu probe on the way to the Zerg base. Unfortunately, the AI of StarCraft 2 allows you to kill probes much easier, so there's no such thing as Bisu probes anymore. It's gotta be careful! It's a war! Betrayed workers! And the probe is gonna run away without losing any of his shields. I still think Stephano and other pros should at least attempt to surround probes more often, because if you kill this probe, you are free to 15 hatch, sir.
Hey, I'm back.
Excuse me. What the hell is that sound? Why am I still on Mumble? I closed it. There's a French Canadian in my cast. Holy cow. I just ignored him and closed it. I was around, but nothing was to be said to him. That was awkward. That was awkward. Here comes another probe from MC. Looks like he's actually throwing down a pylon, preparing to cannon. Is he going to try to cannon this expansion? He's actually sending his second probe. This Overlord will be able to spot it, though. Not sure what the second probe is for. This is weird. This is really weird. And Stephano actually pulling... I don't know why the hell he did that. What the heck is going on? He just pulled 9 drones to kill a pylon where there were no probes, and he went 14. What? He went 14 pool anyway. I'm sorry, Stephano's an idiot. He's terrible. Terrible. That was the most unusual thing I've ever seen. MC is preparing to cannon out a third base, it looks like, so if we do see a third base and MC cannons it, that'll be bad for Stephano, obviously. And I gotta say, I can't believe that that just happened. That might look like a small thing, like, oh, better safe than sorry, but against MC, you can't pull 9 drones for like 20 seconds, if, like, at least 20 seconds. That doesn't make any sense at all. We've got a gateway going up as well as a Nexus. This probe just kind of wait and chill, and he's going to be poking in here every once in a while, checking for a third base. And here come the 2 Lings, and he's going to make sure there's no... Why doesn't he just have an Overlord here? I guess it's a trade-off. You can have Overlord here and scout out all the pylon locations, or you can send your Overlord and scout out the third, as well as fly your Overlord western into your opponent's base. So I can understand that, but the probe thing, I think that was a big, big mistake. He probably lost at least 200 minerals for that. No exaggeration. I mean, 8 drones, 9 drones, however many it was. That's unreal. Looks like Stephano has scouted the MC probe. He's going to be pushing it back. The third base is on the way. Stephano still not going for the gas. Of course, Zerg player is now against Protest. I'd like to take 3 base before any gas whatsoever. Is he going to be able to pick off the probe? Oh, I might have gone for it, but then again, I'm terrible. And the probe does get away. We got a Cybernetics core coming up next to the Nexus. I think a lot of tosses are using or are keeping the Cybernetics cores back a lot more, as opposed to like using them as their wall. Because if you do hit a Roach timing, a Roach Ling timing, or Roach Baneling Roach Zergling timing, something like that, and your core is out here and it dies, you're screwed. You cannot defend against Roaches without a Cybernetics core. It's not possible, unless you have like Void Rays or something. But usually Toss don't go Stargates, and if they do, it's probably not going to be early enough, or they won't have enough Void Rays to actually deal with how powerful Roach timings are. So, yep. Yeah. What the fuck is with this motherfucking frame rate? God damn it, computer! Pick it up! You piece of shit! Too much porn. Way too much gay porn. Fuck! Fucking shit! 2 geysers going down for Stephano, now at 45. So he kind of maintains the theme of throwing down his first 2 geysers around 45 supply. Here comes the Stargate for MC. So yeah, look how late this Stargate is. Roaches could have been there way long ago if Stephano wanted to try a roach push. Now we're at 50 frame rate. That 50 number is so golden, man. I just want to be showered in that golden shower of 50s. 50s. Yep, this Overlord's just kind of hanging out over here. He's going to be seeing one gas from MC. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go and check for a second gas here. Looks like Stephano sending in a stalker, or MC rather, sending in a stalker. And the reason MC is doing this is because he knows how to play. He knows that there's no way a Zerg player is going to have speed right now. Not after 3 bases. If he wants to have any drones whatsoever. If anything, he'll be starting his speed just about now, but it looks like he's actually going for a lair first. So, instead of speed, he'll be going for a lair. I assume his next 100 gas will be spent on speed. But, yeah, let's see where he goes from the lair. And still, I hate Stephano's creep spread. I think it's awful. It's his worst quality. Fuck! My worst fucking quality is swearing at the motherfucking lag. Fuck! I hope my mic isn't muted. Okay, good, it's not. Piece of shit, burglar dick. Look at this shit creep spread. You're terrible. I love you. Macratch going down. He's now running off of 4 gas rather. He's about to take his 4th. Kind of odd how he's like distributing his gases between the bases. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. You'd think you want to put both gases here because it's less susceptible to attack. So if you get attacked here, you don't have any possibility of losing one of your 4 geysers. Whereas if you split it, you do. But then again, you know, if he's got even distribution of drones on his 2nd and 3rd base, it makes sense to split the geysers so you're more evenly distributed when you just keep on rallying drones. Looks like the board rate is going to be doing some damage to these drones. Tries to save it by throwing down an extractor, doesn't work. Tries to save it by throwing down a spore crawler, it does work, so some nice control there, canceling that spore crawler, and of course he needs to reposition this one about right here, maybe inside of the mineral patches, maybe around here or something, but I think it's not ideally located right now, not a big deal. 3 Phoenix on the map. Warp gates look like they are finishing. Got some sentries coming in. So we have sentries, and that kind of tells me that MC is going to be going for a 3rd base. We don't see any silly no gas play. Of course he has a Stargate, so he's going to have tons of gas. And just more pylons going down. Looks like he is positioning for a 3rd base. And Stephano with a handful of roaches. If we check out the unit count, he's got 59 drones, which is tying MC's. And 14 roaches and 9 zerglings. Now these 14 roaches and zerglings might be dangerous to these sentries, but I feel like these Phoenix and this Void Ray up here just dealing so much damage are going to do just fine to stop this. Yeah, see that? Lifting up 4 roaches there, all 4 of them going down. So Stephano, really overextending, losing every single roach. He is so far behind right now. 6 more roaches coming in the rear. And getting lifted up as well. This Void Ray is working wonders, man. 6 kills, and even if Stephano kills like the entire ground force, what's he going to do then? Just die to the Void Ray. So kind of a silly play from Stephano. Why would he move out like that when he knows his opponent has a Stargate? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, his Overlord was here scouting the 3rd, and I guess he wanted to get a jump on the 3rd. He thought, okay, he's starting a oh, he's doing it again. What is going on here? He's starting a 3rd, so that means he probably doesn't have a lot of infrastructure. Let me go attack him and deny the 3rd. But it's not really working. I mean, now MC doesn't even need air. He can beat it just fine with these sentries with energy and these stalkers. He's got tons of stalkers. This is why MC is so good, man. Stephano had that little window where MC didn't really have any stalkers. All he had was Stargate units. But now, like, he's just swarming with gateway units. Stephano's actually down in supply as a Zerg with roaches, and you do not see that very often. Check out the harvest. Now he's getting a spire. I mean, I'm assuming he's getting a spire in preparation for Broodlords or something, but this is just messy. Creep spread still a bit lackluster. Looks like he's doing a little bit better. He's got more creep tumors than usual. There's his extra queen. I like that. And down goes that Overlord. But MC is really playing this flawlessly, and when your opponent does silly stuff like pull off a bajillion drones and attack into Stargate units, it's kind of easy to play a game or make it look like you're playing a game flawlessly. Stephano way behind right now. He's trying for infestors with Plathablin Blands, and he's getting +1 and +1 armor, +1 melee attack, +1 armor, as well as a spire. I assume we'll see a hive coming up soon. There we go. And yeah, he's going to be using that spire for Broodlords. The problem is, they're both on 3 base, and Stephano's 4th is a little bit slow to be able to fund Broodlords, fund Infestors, and defend against any timing attacks from MC, and I wouldn't be surprised to see MC move out soon. Maybe one more wave of stalkers. Maybe there's a warp prism. So yeah, once the warp prism comes out, he'll probably be making his move. These phoenixes, man, 2-1, 2-1. They've got 8 kills total, and those are all ground units. So that's so cool, man. Basically saying you're not gonna go mutas because I have Phoenix, and I'm gonna try to do as much as I can against your ground. You're not gonna have any map vision with your overlord. See, look at the vision that SKMC has. All he has is one tower. He's got no overlords positioned anywhere on the map. Observer sitting out here. Where's that war prism at? I'm sure it'll show up soon. This Void Ray does get fungled. This Observer gets fungled again. There we go. Nice job picking out that Observer. It's not going to be real impactful in this battle, though, but still cool nonetheless. And there's that Warp Prism. Who needs pylons when you've got Warp Prisms? And that's what's really cool about Warp Prisms, is they work on creep. You can't throw down a pylon here. You can't throw down a pylon here, but you can use your Warp Prisms. And this might end up being the last battle here. MC pressing in. Ooh, a nice blink. Good force fields as well. He's actually not force fielding Berserklings away from his stalkers, which is kind of a mistake. SKMC not doing as poorly as I thought he would be, but the warpins just keep coming from MC. Just not enough infestors. Used a lot of energy killing that Void Ray and killing that Observer. More units being warped in from MC. Tons of stalkers. What are his upgrades? 2-0 on those stalkers. With the blink, of course, and just completely steamrolling SKMC. SKMC with 12 roaches on the way, 143 to 136. But again, as a Zerg that's building a lot of roaches and a lot of lings, you really want to be way ahead in the supply count. One more blink in from MC. Here's some Corruptors. It's his Greater Spire complete. These Corruptors are going to do absolutely nothing. Sorry about the UI changing. I didn't mean to do that. These Corruptors are going to do absolutely nothing without a Greater Spire. And no, there is no Greater Spire, so they're just going to try to contaminate what they can, I guess. And the mobility of MC is going to allow him to just blink right up into the third base, take that out. And SKMC really doesn't have any chance. He's got a something's chance in hell. I was trying to think of something more creative than Snowball or Ice Cube, but I couldn't really think of it. Yeah. And this will probably be it. Nice movement from this Warp Prism. Able to get this guy just over the cliff. Gonna warp in some units right here. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Every single drone coming in. Some massive blinks coming out from MC. But these drones are, if anything, just getting blocked, messing up all the pathing of the lings and all the roaches and stuff like that. MC not really blinking too effectively. There he goes again. And he actually snipes that Warp Prism, so that was pretty good. But Stalker is so darn good against roaches, especially with somewhat decent blink micro. And that's going to be it for SKMC. Well played, well played. Leaves the game. That was just an awful game for SKMC. I mean, I know I said it a million times, but I really think that was a big deal. 9 drones coming down to kill a fake pylon when he'd already killed the drone. And I mean, MC had a follow-up probe right here just in case, but you don't need 9 drones. He just panicked, and you went 14 pool. Why do you even need to do that if you go 14 pool? It doesn't make sense. And the overextension when he saw MC's turn. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Score is now 2-2. Game 5 coming up tomorrow, maybe. Actually, I'm not sure. So I love you all. Bye.